There is only one action, a single, that separates those who attract wealth with their minds from those who keep repeating scarcity year after year. This action is so simple, so silent, which most ignore. But when applied consciously, it becomes a direct energetic shortcut to bending reality. That's right. Today you'll discover how to create money, opportunity, and prosperity, literally from the invisible. And it all starts with a single internal gesture. Science has never explained, ancient spirituality kept silent, but now the truth is ready to emerge. And if you feel that vibe, don't ignore it. Because when the vacuum aligns, the universe delivers. Take a deep breath. Allow the sound of the words to create space within you. Because this is not an ordinary video. It is an energetic transmission, a silent call to your higher consciousness. If this message has reached you, it's because something in you is ready. Ready to abandon the identity that sustains the lack. Ready to tap into the source where reality bends to your state of being. Before proceeding, allow yourself a simple gesture. Press the like button and subscribe to the channel, not as a habit, but as a vibrational anchor, an invisible seal that confirms to the universe, I am present, I'm receptive, I'm ready. Now listen carefully. The mind that lives on automatic, that runs after it, that suffers for money, it is a mind that has forgotten its position in the cosmos. She believes that wealth is something to be conquered with external effort. But wealth, true wealth, it is the outward manifestation of what you allow within. Yes, there is a silent action, a hidden gesture that reconfigures the laws of your reality. It is not physical, it is not verbal, it's not technical. It is a movement of consciousness, a breakdown of the character, for the birth of the Creator. Most people keep trying. They try to earn more. They try to think positive. They try to control the future. But all this is noise, because the mind that tries, it is the same one who doubts. And the doubt, my dear, it is the thickest veil between you and abundance. The true Creator does not try. He declares, he feels it, it allows, and it is at this point that reality doubles. Maybe you're listening to this with a tired mind. Maybe you've read books, made affirmations, lit candles, visualized figures, and yet the account stays in the red. The bills keep coming. Opportunities seem to slip through their fingers. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. What they never told you. It's just that as long as your frequency is programmed for lack, no technique will work. You can repeat I am rich 1,000 times a day. But if your emotional field is vibrating scarcity, the universe will only listen to this. You manifest not what you say, but what you are. And to be, it is a silent action. This is what few understand. Reflect. How many times when trying to attract something have you done it with tension in your chest? Anxious? Afraid it won't work? Compared to the other who can and you can't? These are vibrations of resistance. They are invisible codes saying to the universe, I don't have. I need it. I am separated from what I want. The only action that transmutes all this, it's what I call creative delivery. It is not giving up. It is not passivity. It is the deep act of feeling that you already are, to occupy the vibrational space of what is desired. Before any evidence appears, it's dancing in the field before the music starts. It's smiling for no reason. It is trusting without proof. And for many, that sounds crazy, but those who create true wealth with their minds, they know that the invisible always precedes the visible. The shape is just the echo of vibration. If you are understanding what is being revealed here, so the time is now. In the first pinned comment, you will find a portal. It contains a code, a secret for those who are ready to expand. Tap there. Not in a hurry, but with intention. Read with your heart, because the key is already vibrating around you, and the next reality has already begun to form. Stay with me. What I will reveal next is the essence of the quantum leap, the consciousness that transforms desire into form, and the exact point where time bends. Now listen, for what you will feel from this point on is more than an explanation. It is an activation. Everything you call money, it's just a symbol, a mirror of the vibration that you hold in the invisible. Money is not energy, it's a reflex. It is a consequence. It's an answer. But what creates this reflection? What shapes matter? It is the vibration with which you relate to value. Value. Not the value of money, but the value you recognize in yourself. This is the sacred code that underlies manifestation. You will never attract what you believe you do not deserve. And deserving does not come from logic. It doesn't come from the curriculum, the diplomas, the effort. Worthiness is frequency. It is vibrational identity. It is the silent voice that you emit to the universe every second. Many keep saying, I want abundance. But they vibrate guilt. They vibrate fear of shining. They vibrate with shame for wanting more. And so, close the flow. Because the universe does not respond to the request. It responds to the actual vibration that is behind the request. And here is the secret that the ancients hid in symbols, metaphors, and rituals. The mind is the altar of creation, and there is only one sacrifice necessary, the renunciation of the identity of scarcity. You don't have to chase after wealth, you need to stop running, because every race is a confession. I am not yet, but when you stop, when you silence, and he enters the state of internal certainty, something changes. The field recalibrates, the particles rearrange themselves, and reality begins to obey. There is nothing more powerful than the state of being, not being as a philosophical concept, but being as an embodied vibration. What would that be? Imagine for a moment that everything you want is already yours. Feel it now. The peace of mind of no longer having to fight, the lightness of knowing that everything is coming, gratitude for living in a constant stream of receiving. Don't imagine it with your mind, feel it with your body. Breathe as if you were there. React as if you have already received it. That's the gesture, the silent action, the only one. It's like changing stations on the radio. The music is already playing, but you only hear it when you tune in. The same goes for money. He is not absent. It's just on another frequency. Life doesn't deny you anything. It just mirrors what you believe is possible for you. And maybe at this moment you're thinking, but how do you sustain that vibration if reality is screaming the opposite? The answer is simple, and at the same time challenging. You need to become more faithful to your vision than to the current evidence. Visible reality is an echo of your former state of being, and all echo dissolves when you stop feeding the sound that created it. Here's an exercise, but not as a technique, but as an alignment ritual. Every day, when you wake up, before you touch your cell phone, you sit in silence. Place your hand on your chest and declare, with the purest feeling you can access, today, I am what I want. Don't say it like someone recites. Say it as if invoking. Feel like someone who lives. And then, stand up. Go live like someone who already has it, like someone who already is. And if the world presents you with doubt, respond with presence. Remember, visible reality is just a delayed hologram. Abundance is a code that responds to the vibration of your surrender. Not surrender as weakness, but as wisdom. Surrender to the fact that you are already complete, that you lack nothing, that the Creator and creation live inside you. Those who align themselves with this knowledge, they enter a flow that seems magical to the eyes of the world. The doors open, coincidences multiply, opportunities arise as if they were guided by something greater. And they are. But it's not magic. It's subtle physics. It is the field responding to internal coherence. There is no manifestation without coherence, and the only action you need to practice, it is to sustain this coherence long enough for reality to bend. Are you here? Hearing this? Because something in you already knew. I already felt it. He already whispered in the silent dawns. There is another way, and yes, exists. Now, allow silence to enter. Feel your breath. Feel the body where your soul dwells. Feel the energy around you, and realize you are not separate from anything. Whatever you want, it already exists, just waiting for you to say yes, not with words, but often. And if you want to go further, if you want to access an invisible language that communicates directly with the field of creation, tap the hidden symbol I left in the first pinned comment. It contains more than words, contains codes, frequencies that reorganize your perception. Feel the call. If it's for you, you'll know. And remember, the only action required is not outside. She never was. It is your state of deep acceptance that you are already what you seek. The mind calls. This a paradox. The spirit calls for truth. Stay with me, because in the next excerpt, I will reveal how to transform your house, your room, your body, in temples of demonstration. What you'll hear next, it is the occult ritual of prosperity. You are about to cross an invisible threshold, a point where life ceases to be survival and it becomes conscious creation. But for that, there is a secret that few dare to face. You need to get out of the role of beggar and return to the throne of the Creator. As long as you beg for signs, hopes, blessings, He will live under the shadow of waiting. But he who manifests does not wait. He declares, it allows, he knows. The money, the prosperity, the opportunities, they are not rewards, they are reflexes, perfect mirrors of who you are being now. You don't need to convince the universe. You just need to remember. Remember that you came from the same substance that makes the stars, that your consciousness is the extension of Source, and that you are always creating, even when you think you are not. The question is not whether you manifest it. The question is, what is manifesting with your current state? If your vibration is fear, doubt, effort, you create more of the same. But if your vibration is presence, abundance, silent certainty, you change the flow. The mind will try to resist. He will scream, but how can I act like a rich man if my pocket is empty? How can I feel prosperous if I'm surrounded by problems? And here, you have a choice. Or you align yourself with the reality you see, or you align yourself with the reality you create. This is the real leap. The only effort that counts, the effort to remain consistent with the new vibration until it completely replaces the old one. And for that, transform your environment into an extension of your new identity. Don't expect to have money to behave like someone who lives in abundance. Bring the energy of wealth to small gestures. Organize your spaces as if honoring everything you have. Dress with presence, even with simple clothes. Eat gratefully, even with a modest dish. Talk to yourself as if you have already won. And treat every second as a sacred piece of your creation. You are not here by chance. You are an expanding point of light, and every time you doubt it, you delay the miracle that is already en route to you. True reprogramming doesn't happen with sentences in the mirror. It happens when you stop trading with scarcity, when you silence the compulsion to justify yourself, when you realize that you don't need permission to thrive, the world you desire. It only begins to exist when you decide to live it before it appears. This is the way of the magicians, of the wise, of those who create with their minds, because they are already connected to the source of all. And I tell you now, as someone who has seen many souls awaken, you are ready to loosen the old skin, ready to get out of the almost cycle, ready to live in depth, directed with clean vibration. But remember, the field responds only to clarity. Nothing manifests itself in the fog of doubt. You don't need to know all the steps. It only needs to be the frequency that sustains what you want. The rest? Come. You felt it. In the silence between words, in the shiver that ran through her skin, in the intuition he whispered, "This is real." So hold this moment as a pact with your higher consciousness. Declare within yourself, "I am the field where wealth is born. I am the collapse point of reality. I am." And when you are, the universe obeys. Now take a deep breath. Feel everything that has been said, not as a lesson, but as a mirror, because deep down, you haven't learned something new. You remembered, and if this memory touched you, if it activated something in your soul, so this is the time to seal that field. Enjoy this video, not as just any click, but as a gesture of vibrational confirmation. Subscribe to this channel, not as a routine, but as a sign to the universe that you have decided to live in expansion. Here, where the mind aligns with the unseen, where the word is magic, and where each video is a vibrational portal. You've found your space, you've found your calling, and when you become everything you want, you'll see that the only action that really mattered, it was the one that started within, in silence, in the now. May the light of the Spirit shine upon your paths, and may your conscience remember each morning, you already are. You've already created it.